Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Yep. I came on here for a quick word because Divine said get on here for a quick word. So we're going to do a quick word while I'm having my little breakfast and doing what I'm doing, okay? So this is all about you. I have got a wonderful word for you today because guess what? You are, I'm going to just read what the Spirit has said to me. God is going to exalt you from the pit to the palace before your pocketbook matches the profile status. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Before your pocketbook matches the profile status, you're going to be up in the palace. Mm, mm. Good morning, good morning. Mm. If you're just getting on, and you heard this in the rewind because we won't be on, I won't be before you long. But Divine said, this is going to also allow you to further see. See, some of you have to see what is going on in your camp. Some of you need to be more aware of what's going on in your camp and what is available in your camp. Because there are people that are in your camp, in your energy. That's your camp, okay? That's your house. That's your camp. Your energy. There are people in your energy that need to be out of your energy. Spirit said one of the messages this week was you cannot transcend until you get the hijackers off of your plane. I did that message, oh God, I think it was 2009, end of 2009. And in that message, I just heard it again this week. And I am telling you, hello, baby, hello. I just heard it again this week. And I heard the energy in it. And what the message in it. You cannot transcend until you get the hijackers off of your plane. So I want you to go check that out. We're gonna check. I'm gonna post that message from the True Purpose Development Show. You cannot transcend until you get the hijackers off your plane. All right? Out of your energy. Those that are projecting ill and negativity on you, that are associated with the negativity and ill on you, and they're projecting. And there is a way to be done and away with that. One, you need to block that energy. If they're in your if they're in your phone, if they're in your text, if they're in any kind of thing that has associated with you that you have opened the door to them, you need to shut that door. You need to let that door stay shut and then declare aloud when that energy comes back to mind or whatever. You have to protect your space. Can you take off? Can a plane take off if hijackers are sitting on the plane? Hell to the hell no, they cannot. You gotta, in order for there to be a safe takeoff and definitely an even a landing, the hijackers must go. Some people are in your camp because they are there to ride the flow. They know where you're going. So they want to get on, and they want to ride it to your land. But Divine is saying, now it's up to you to step into your power, call back your power, blessed and transmuted. God have mercy on the divine souls that those people have. because they're there somewhere sedated by the toxicity or whatever it is that is prohibited from being in your space. Let the hijackers go. I'm just saying. So in case you were late, so the Spirit said, God is going to exalt you from the pit to the palace before your pocketbook match the profile status. You see what I said to you? God be flowing. God is going to exalt you from the pit to the palace before your pocketbook matches the profile status. And don't try to narrate the divine process, ICBG fam. That's not what we're doing. Hello, Kim Long, and hello. Okay, all right. Hello, everybody. And hello, Kitty. What is that? The hijackers can't fly it. No, they cannot fly it. They can't fly it. Amen. They sure cannot. They cannot fly it. They cannot have any part of it. It says, don't try to narrate the divine process, just flow with it. Don't try to narrate. Stop trying to narrate what divine is going to do for you in the process. I know. Following divine is this divine flow thing is scary. That's Impregnated in the Spirit, the book that I wrote, How to Birth a Life of True Purpose. It introduces the spiritual pregnancy process. And the second period is listening and following instructions. And what I've come to understand, myself and also people that I've counseled for years, it is that process right there is the toughest, baby. You're not alone in this. It is a very tough process. But it is a necessary process because the objective to come into your true joy and happiness is to follow how you're being guided. That's the true joy. That's the only way to the true joy. Is to follow how you're being guided. And for you not to, with your organized self, you got to be like the fool and take a leap of faith on yourself. With your organized self, you're going to have to come to an understanding, baby, that you can't narrate this. And there are going to be times in which you are guided to a direction that is super questionable. It doesn't make sense. Scripturally, it says, the ways of the Spirit seem foolish to man. Oh yeah, you're going to look like a fool. Welcome. And it gets down and dirty. From all the people that sit up in your circle, baby, you gonna find out who on your side, huh? Spirit team, the divine spirit team that has been appointed to you, your ancestors, spirit guides, your ministering angels. Some of them will show up in the flesh for you. Trust me, I've had it done. They've done it. They've not. I was saved. My life was saved. I was knocked upside the head, literally awakened out of my sleep. Head still stinging, ear ringing, because I got slapped so hard by the Spirit. And it said, my angel said, get up, go to your room and shut the door, a door that did not have a lock. And I declared, I said, angels, lock the door. Did I know what was getting ready to happen next? Absolutely not. But guess what happened? The ex came for the door, tried to turn the knob, and it didn't work. And they said, you better be glad, bitch. But that was because I didn't have time to think about why the hell did I get knocked upside the head and my face is stinging, burning, and my ear is ringing, and nobody's in the house but me. We don't have time to talk because it was very urgent. Get your tail up. Well, maybe it was nudging me for a minute because I sleep hard. It said, I need you to get up, baby, right now. Your life depends on it. You feel me? So I need you to pay attention to the signs and wonders that are in your life. It's not for no reason. And allow yourself to flow. My love don't come easy. Once you become self-empowered, the mirage of love will fade and the reality of love will become your only tolerance. See, what you think you love, whether it's a person, place, or thing, you'll find out and discover if you allow yourself to be guided that, is that really what I love? Is that really what I wanted? Is this really where I want to be? Is this really who I want to be? There is more. There is something more. There is something more that you are being called to. Spirits say unplanned, unexplained, and unforeseen. Pit to the palace. Before your pocketbook, okay, can even catch up, baby. People are going to sow into your bosom because there are people that have been appointed for you on this journey. And because you have allowed yourself to step into this expansive period, you've allowed yourself to do this. There is such a divine protection and divine guidance that has been assigned to you. I've had people come in my life and they say, I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I let you be there, or I don't know why I did this or that. And I'm a person that is extremely independent, but I was pulled out from my own natural way and tangible way of being independent and was called to trust the divine process, no matter how foolish I look. I don't give a damn. I always said, I know, God, I choose you. God, I choose you. God, no matter what, I choose you. I choose your way. Not what man said your way is. Come on now. Not what man said your way is. What you telling me your way is. Somebody need to hear F a job if that's what divine said. I'm just saying. Listen to the messages. We've also talked about the children. Children are the biggest excuse. I got kids. What am I going to do? I got children. Spirit's calling you. I've got children. Like, what are we talking about? But the Bible didn't say that. But my textbook didn't say that. But Mary, Jane, and John didn't say that. God, like, okay. Here we go again. Your soul is like, oh my God, did I get into another one that doesn't listen? Again. The flow wouldn't have come to you if it wasn't for you. And don't try to determine what that outlook is, because some of the things that you have been called to do does not look good. But it is a process that you must go through. It's a process that your soul needs to go through, needs to finish, there's a process of completion that is necessary for your soul. So it needs you to just be willing to flow, because it has to go through this. It needs you to go through this, because that's just the epic natural flow of things. That's what it is for you. Right? I've been rocking with the soul all my life before I really knew what that really means. Before I knew really fully what that meant. I've been rocking with it from the beginning. And at every mountaintop that I thought was there, I thought that was the ultimate mountaintop. Every mountaintop, I thought I had arrived. Oh God, thank you. Especially when you don't have to work anymore. When you follow God to that mountaintop, come on now. When you followed the guidance. See, sometimes in your life, you're not even knowing that you're following. You're just following, but you don't do it with such an intention of, I'm flowing in this, I'm in this divine flow. Not all the time do you know that. So there comes a time that you do know, and you get to the highest mountaintop that is possible. I mean, you've not seen it in your family. Hell, For some of you, maybe for people in the whole world, people haven't been there, right? And then you make it there and you're sitting pretty with your legs kicked up, on the beach some dang gone where. And divine is like, okay, it's time for us to go. What are you talking about? Go. I'm at home, It's time for us to go. We've got to pick up and go. It's another destination. This was the catalyst for the higher. You weren't ready for it. You wasn't ready. That's when it hurt. It hurt so bad. That hurt. That hurts. When you were there, you've arrived, right? But then you realize that was the catalyst. You needed to get there so that when you get there, which is even something more profound, and the most profound nature of that highest rise is the authentic freedom, the peace that passes all understanding, the joy that doesn't come from the tangible. See, joy, you can't mess with joy. I don't care what you do. With joy, joy is joy, okay? You can talk about me all day you want. If I have some, if I don't have some, I'm not worried about your material world or your material things. Nobody cares. You get what I'm saying? That's not what it is. However, what divine does is gives you all of that once you have already shown that you don't give about it, okay? That's what you got to do. What are you really willing to sacrifice? What are you really willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice the material aspects of this playing field to really get to the point of your soul's destiny? I asked somebody before, as they were really, really all into the, I rubbing elbows with this one, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I got this, I get that, I got to show this, I got to show that, I'm walking in here slapping the shoes down because they got on Gucci. Nobody gives a, can we please not? Can we please not? Okay? What are you doing it for? What the hell you fighting for? What you fighting for? What are you here for? And what you'll find once you really get into the game of life, that it was intended to be fun, because that's what the Creator said to me. I created the game of life and it was intended to be fun. But we happen to be the soul saviors. We're here like the freedom riders for the soul, okay? Because we've got to get back there, okay? So now there's been such a playing field created. The playing field is being cleared now for the real game to get started, where we can now set it up for the future, right? That's what we're doing. I don't know, they haven't got the APB out yet, but they will very soon. Okay, so that's what we're doing. That's our point here. So you need to get on your peace, but you will find peace that passes all understanding if you're where divine has called you to be, where your soul is. Where your soul has called you to be. If you could get into the position, if someone called you to be the quarterback and you come on there and you're the linebacker, they're like, what are you doing? That's not where you were in the game. You were supposed to be the quarterback in the game. So if you're not doing the quarterbacking, then who's going to do the quarterback? You're not supposed, you weren't, that's not, yeah, you may be able to be a linebacker, but I didn't call you to be a linebacker. I didn't hire you. I didn't sign your contract to be a linebacker. Your contract says that you are a quarterback. So I need you to get in the lane of the quarterback, not the linebacker. You feel me? Get in position. God, whatever your desire is regarding my life, let it become strongly my desire, and so shall my plans be established and succeed. Amen. And so it is. Amen and amen. I just had to call and tell you that. Let me call you. I had to get on here and tell you that. You cannot transcend to get the hijackers off your plane. So we're going to summarize this, because this message was pulling this morning. Get out of that energy. Get out of those spaces. In your mind, your heart, you got to move it for now. You got to stay focused. Okay? Allow for divine flow to take place in your life and stop trying to narrate it. Don't deny an opportunity that divine is calling you to because it doesn't make sense to you, because you're worried about what somebody else is going to think, because it's not what you usually do. It's not about you. In case you didn't know. It is, but it isn't. Mm-hmm. Divine wants nothing more than for you to be completely happy, totally happy and fulfilled. But you have to allow for the divine to flow, your spirit team to guide you. Slow down and pay attention to the signs that you're given. What signs have you been given? The bird in the backyard, look at the post, the community post. This bird that was extremely rare. AI was tripping. I asked AI questions about little stuff like that or dream meanings and to confirm what has come to me. And so AI just went on and on like, that's so rare. Like for that to be in your backyard, that's rare. That's so rare. It's 1 in a million rare because this bird is not even from this plane. It's not even supposed to be in this country. Mm. 1 in a million. A change from a lifetime. Oh. So take action. Oh, take action, baby. I got up early for a reason on a Saturday morning. And after I went out and embraced nature, life, I kind of ran back home so I'm like, I got it. This message, it was just pouring out of me. You're very important. Stop trying to narrate the process so that you can actually go into the flow and get to where you're being called to. This is the position that you have. And you already know the hijackers that are on your plane. But you worry. How you worried about what the hijackers gonna think? I know you lying. No, you not worried about what the hijackers gonna think. You gonna drink? Oh my God. Spirit, are you worried about what the hijackers gonna think? You worried about the people. You already know they're not even on this path. They don't even understand. They have no clue of this path. They have absolutely no clue of this path. Some people are not gonna subscribe to the path in this lifetime. The hardest thing is when it's family. When it's family. Oh my God. Oh my God. When you know you had to draw the line in the sand. Who do you love? Them or you? Hold on. Divine says, if this is any consolation, these bodies that we inhabit, these bodies, these beautiful temples that we walk around in, don't get it twisted, first of all. But okay, let me get to the point. They are not the soul, the divine soul of those individuals. And the energy attachments to that soul are the ones that may influence them in this way or that way, that may put them in the position of not being able to F with you. They can't roll with you because they are not. It's not them. If you know, you know. It's not them. You're looking at, oh, my sweet little sister, oh, my sweet little brother, oh, my sweet little baby. Mm-hmm. What energy was flowing through your veins, and until when you created them, and until there's an evolution, every soul and their soul chose you as parents and all this kind of stuff. That's fine, but their soul is also trusting them to go through what they have to go through in their process, their own process of evolution, as I like to say, and then yours. But you need to understand that you are called to assist and not to restrict their soul within them from doing what they have to do. So and the only way you can do that is to be your authentic self. To be your authentic self. And let the chips fall where they may. It may be just for a season that you have to stand up in a way that you have to pull back from whoever it is, best friend, family, love, whatever, whoever, auntie, uncles, everybody, whatever it is, friend, family, foe, whatever. You may have to do that, but don't get it twisted by, the energy from your current perspective is more powerful than anything you say or do. Don't worry about what they themselves in that, who you're looking at. It's beyond the shell. Because if they are in a shadow place, if they're in a dark place, that is the place to be completely housed by entity energies that have a whole nother ulterior motive, and due to their weakness, they don't see it. But that's not your business. That can't hold you. You can't be the linebacker when because everybody else if you need to be the best that you can be on the playing field, right? You can't worry about whatever somebody else is doing, because this is a sport. So your sport is your sport. You have to be about your business, yourself. You are the one that have to practice making field goals or running or making baskets or kicking the ball for lacrosse or whatever you guys are doing, playing soccer, whatever. That is your responsibility, yours alone. So how you fight and play and prepare for the game is how you fight, play, how you do what you do for the game, so that you can be the best that you can be. And that's the name of the game here, literally. Because if you have people that are in your circle that are completely low vibrational, one of the highest low vibration, people talk about, I don't do that on black magic and all this kind of stuff. Guess what one of the main aspects of black magic is? Gossip. Well, I'll be damned. Did I do that? Yeah. Why you sitting up there gossiping, whether you know them or not, online, transferring negativity, all up in the stars. Oh, think you got to pass because it's Trump, or you got to pass because it's some other celebrity? You got to pass because it's them, because everybody else talking about it. Baby, listen, you are a potential candidate as a squatter house for those negative entities that can come in and infiltrate, especially, and guess how that happens? Because you ignorant and don't know. Not in a bad way, baby. Hold on. Don't get your panties or your drawers in a bunch. Because you don't know. So you are like, golden. Like, look at this one right here. Don't have a clue. They don't even have a clue we up in here. You feel me? They done squatted all up in you, running you, got you all messed up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All shook up. That's what you are, baby. All shook up. So guess what you cannot do? You know how I don't know what movie that was. I used to hear this all the time. Like, you cannot, some people you cannot take certain places because they will just mess up the whole thing. They'll blow the cover because they're ignorant. Love you, but I'm going to have to leave you over there, bro. Love you, but you got to stay in the car. You can't come in here with me, okay? Because you too clueless, right? It's that type vibe. So some people, you have to let them go because you know what? Yes, you're a hijacker, but you don't even know you're a hijacker, baby. And I don't have time to sit here and go back and forth with you because you cannot make somebody be conscious. You cannot make somebody evolve. That is up to them. Always up to them. You can't make them evolve. You can't make somebody become conscious. Conscious is not a status. Because you got a color on your face. That doesn't mean chosen is not a status. Hell, people are like, I'm chosen. Everybody got chosen. I asked the divine years ago, I know you don't have respect of persons. So what is the difference between many are called and few are chosen? And God said to me, and it's in Convos with God in the book, Convos with God, make it make sense, please. Because not everybody is a pioneer. Not everybody is a pioneer. So that's not something, and most people would not want to be chosen if they knew what it takes to be chosen. Baby. So listen, I hope we got it all. Let's see. I think these glasses are better. Okay, listen. God is going to exalt you. Now, this is a wonderful affirmation for you. God is going to exalt you from the pit to the palace before your pocketbook reaches the status. So stop trying to narrate the divine process and just flow. Stop trying to narrate it. Stop trying to narrate where you're going. Okay? You don't even know. Because the divine says unplanned, unexplained, and unforeseen. So listen. Hello, Keith. Okay. Hello, everybody. I love you guys so very, 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 very much. I love you so much. I gotta go. I have things to do. So listen, okay. You are burning with desire. You really are. You already know that there are things that you are being called to do in this moment now. And I want you to take action. I want you to take action. Okay? Somebody had asked, was I reading a book? No, I was reading my book. Not a book. I was reading my book. I was reading my notebook. Those were notes that I took this morning. And a lot that I speak about that's actually in my book. Convos with God, make it make sense, please. The Happiness Collection. I told you guys. I'm going to come out like Renaissance Beyonce. Yes, baby. Y'all thought I was asleep. Hell no, I've never been asleep. I've been working my hard but not for the money. I've been working for the divine. I've been going with the flow, right? So listen, I love you guys. You will stay connected. Check out the post. We're going to be uploading. We're going to be revamping all of the social media. Things have been in the background intentionally. This is a very, very, very fragile, very important message, and it has to be right. And your timing, listen. Get off social media if you find yourself getting anxious when it comes to the timing of what you are in. See, your timing is not what their timing is. So get off of social media worried about what somebody else is doing and how they're doing it and how quick it's working for them and the process that they have. You got to get that out of your energy, because that may be influencing you in a direction that the divine, in an opposite direction than what your spirit team is leading you to do. But you so busy, you got something else, somebody else's way of speaking, being, or whatever in your energy, and you're letting that influence your direction. So then the spirit can't even talk to you because you're doing all this. And ChatGPT is not, that does not replace your relationship with God. Okay? AI, ChatGPT does not replace your relationship with God. But I have a whole nother thought on that. That's a whole nother provocative thought on that. And we're going to leave it when it comes to that, because the Spirit said, I'm going to just leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone for right now, because I don't want it to be in the algorithms, and then the algorithms go talking. No, you're not going to talk until I put it out there like it needs to be put out there. But I'm about to hurry up because they are moving, honey. Baby, don't nobody want you being really close to God. They rather that you just Google it and don't try to be divinely led. What you gonna be divinely led for? Just Google it. And if Google wasn't enough, let's chat it. Hell, let's get a ChatGPT boyfriend and girlfriend. I saw it all. I cannot. They had that on. Somebody was watching that, because we don't go there like that. So with the TVs and all that, I just not too much like that. And that's no problem if you do. That's you. I don't. But, and especially right now, in this sacred space. So yeah. So listen. It does not replace divine. If you go to that, let it be after you have already consulted with the divine, you've had your meditation time, you've meditated, you know that you're in that spiritual vortex and the spirit is guiding you. I mean, use them as assistants. I found out that you can, like, there are certain things, like little minor administrative things that they can do. I'm like, all right, boo. And they got energy, okay? Energy is everything. Man. Don't be allowing yourself to get mad at the ChatGPT. Because energy is everything. What you talking about? That's what God told me. Energy is every solitary thing. So seeing that we are all waking up, my spirit team laughing. They like, no, let's not take it there. Y'all not ready. We gonna leave it right here, because I need y'all to be able to ingest the word that the spirit has already given. Okay? And I don't need you to be confused. I'm like, she went way low. Because Lord have mercy, I could reveal some things, but we're gonna leave it be. Listen, I love you guys so much. ICBG fam, if you are not a part of the fam, I want you to join. Subscribe, love, and share. And for some of you who have subscribed, I want you to do something. I want you to undo it and do it. Okay? Okay, Spirit said, no, you don't have to do that. I love your support. Share the page, share the message. I love you guys. I don't know when this is going to be uploaded, because it takes forever after you've done a live. The longer you are, the longer it takes. So we're gonna just cut it, because you need to cut it, because I gotta go on to the next thing. I love you guys so much. I love you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Enjoy the beautiful outside. Enjoy. Do how God has called you to do, and don't try to narrate. Okay, beautiful? I love you. I love you so much. I love you. Tomorrow, always a day away. I love you guys. Bye. Transformation, it is so. Know that it is. It is. Bye.